Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 175, part 8, using the Sefer Hachinuch. Mitzvah Day keeps your soul on its way. Here we go, continuing the obligation of immersion. The Chinuch now discusses some other laws that pertain to filling a mikvah and the issue of she'uvim. When filling a mikvah, one will often use channels or gutters to direct rainwater into the pit. A gutter that is open on both ends does not have the status of a utensil, since it is not a receptacle that can hold water. Thus, waters that pass through it are not considered she'uvim and are fit for use in filling a mikvah. It was common, however, for gutters to contain grooves or depressions intended to catch pebbles or other items being carried with the water. If a gutter has such a hollow on its bottom, then it may be considered a utensil, rendering any waters that pass through it or into it she'uvim. The Chinuch addresses details of this law. Also included is the law of whether a mikveh is valid if water was channeled to it by means of a vessel, i.e. a gutter with a hollow on its bottom, that one hollowed out before attaching it to the ground, or by means of a vessel that one first attached to the ground and then hollowed out. There is also the law regarding how much of a hollow must be present in a vessel for it to invalidate water that flows through it as drawn water, and the difference between earthenware utensils and other utensils in regard to this law, which is that an earthenware vessel, i.e. gutter made of earthenware, will not invalidate water that passes through it, unless the hollow in it is large enough to hold a revius in liquid. We said revius is about 5 ounces, depending on different views. Some people say 4 ounces. While water passing through a wooden vessel is invalid if the vessel contains a hollow of any size. The Chinuch now discusses how the waters of an already valid mikveh can become invalidated. Another law is that which the sage has stated, Rambam quotes, that a mikveh does not become invalidated through a change in the odor of the water, nor through a change in the taste of the water. Rather, it can be invalidated only through a change in the appearance, discoloration of the water. However, not every liquid that causes the mikveh to become discolored renders it invalid. The law is that any liquid substance that cannot be used in the initial creation of a mikveh, i.e. any liquid other than water, will invalidate a mikveh if, when it is added to the mikveh, it changes the appearance of the mikveh water. This includes, for example, wine, milk, blood, and all types of fruit juices as well. If any of these became mixed into the waters of a mikveh and the mikveh becomes discolored due to the addition of that liquid, the mikveh is invalidated. However, if any of these liquids fell into the mikveh but did not change the appearance of the water, then these liquids do not invalidate the mikveh, no matter how much of them fell in. For it is specifically in regard to drawn water that sages decreed and ruled that the addition of 3 lugin of drawn water invalidates the mikveh. However, fruit juices and the like do not invalidate the mikveh water unless the appearance of the mikveh water is changed on account of them. Wow, good stuff. Beautiful stuff, folks. Okay, we're going to continue with this mitzvah tomorrow, maybe the next day too. We're going strong to sponsor feature mitzvah 36, 100 for the gold. Have a wonderful day.